And it's lights out and away we go in China for round 4 of PSF1 Australian Division Season 10. We get into turn 1 and it's going to be Fokuena taking the lead of the race very early on, but Benjamin Kam is going to try and stick it around the outside. Now comes down the inside, but around the outside once again. Fokuena will keep the place and will take the lead of the race just after the start of the Grand Prix. Gonna get on with the tires, while Fokuena also on the mediums, which of course help him get a better run out of the line, and takes now the lead of the race in lap 1, just in sector 1. Berg follows in 3rd position, then comes Chroma, then comes Maciek, then comes DM, then comes Joey, who's lost the car there and has fallen down into last position of the race. We get Fokuena now in the lead of the race, Cam in 2nd, Berg in 3rd. Coming into the last DRS zone, of course no DRS enabled yet, but we are in the long straight of this China track, circuit of Shanghai. Down the inside goes Benjamin Cam now, getting an easy move done against Fokuena, retaking the lead of the race. Even though being on the hard tires, locks up now a little bit. Fokuena might be looking here for a fight back to recover that position he just lost. And well, you can see the strategy today is going to be a medium hard or hard medium. Ignore the strategy shown up there because no one's going to do a 2-stopper. Not anything realistic to think about. And there down the inside goes Berg. Fokuena could at least lead the race for a little bit. Now we'll see if he's capable of sticking with the championship rivals. We got now Benjamin Cam in the lead of the race, Berg in 2nd. Berg is going to try his best to stick to the back of Benjamin Cam and go and attack for the win of this race. Fokuena stays in 3rd for the moment. Paycheck Maciek getting close into the DRS pack. 1 second already behind the Williams driver. Then comes Chroma in 5th place in the Racing Bull car. Already built the 2nd gap to DM, who's 1.7 seconds behind already. We'll see what else can he do in the remainder of the race. He's to nearly 3 seconds ahead of Mudev. In the battle for the lead of the race, seems that nothing can be done for Benjamin Cam. He's gonna lose the place once again to Berg. Well, lose it to Berg this time. He already lost to Fokuena into turn 1. But there goes Berg down the inside, and it's gonna be an easy move done to take the lead of the race into the last DRS on Fokuena. Breaks a little bit late in there, but finally manages to retake ground momentum, and we'll be able to keep following the leaders at the moment. Paycheck, Maciek and Chroma are also in the DRS train, so it's a 5-car train for the lead of the race. You gotta remember the top 2 championship rivals are on this lower compound of tire for now, so they should definitely have the advantage coming into the 2nd stint. Berg not able to build a gap against Benjamin Cam. Benjamin Cam still with a little bit less ERS than the current race leader. Fokuena thinking about a move in there. We come back. I had a little controller disconnection there. But, well, Berg in the lead of the race now is going to be overtaken by Benjamin Cam once again. You can see how powerful the DRS is into the straight. Well, the slipstream, the ERS as well, really powerful in this game. Benjamin Cam takes the lead of the race once again. Fokuena will stay in 3rd for the moment. We got Chroma in P5, Maciek on P4. Then we got DM still very far behind already, not having any DRS to carry himself up. Joey has closed up the gap a little bit, I think making his debut in PSF1. today is 1.92 seconds behind the Haas driver Murev on the DRS as well with Joey. And well, Fast is really far behind. Following now the race leader that has managed to build a little bit of a gap there against Berg. 5 temps will still disappear now coming into the DRS zone. Berg is going to be able to close up easily the gap once again and maybe even go for the move. Try and retake the lead of the race. Maybe he's just going to stick it there behind the Mercedes driver. Getting now into the DRS, and yeah, he's not trying to go for the move this time. Fokuena though might be on for a move here, but Berg has to go a little bit defensive in there, lock up the tires for Benjamin Cam. He slides there very badly, but manages to keep into the lead of the race. Fokuena now side by side with Berg into the final corner. He's going to be able to take the place, but actually no, Berg manages to hold it around the outside really nicely. That lockup could end up helping Benjamin Cam in the end. Chromat already got past Maciek, and down the inside goes Chromat, trying to get the move done against Fokuena, but Fokuena is going to have the outside to defend. Well, that will turn now into the inside. But I think Chromat is going to be getting better traction, and he does so around the outside and takes the position. Chromat moves up to third place of the race. A really good move there. And now Maciek goes down the inside, thinks about a move against Fokuena. Nearly gets it done, but is going to have to back off. No realistic chance of overtaking there. Could have given a little try, but didn't work in the end. So nothing changed apart from that, at least by now. We got Benjamin Cam in the lead still, Berg in second, Chromat in third. Fokuena comes on P4, is going to try and retake the position he just lost against Chromat a lap or two ago. We are going to go into the second sector of the track. It's a 5-car train still. We get Murev as well, closing up the gap to DM, the battle for 6th position of the race. Joya that's lost the DRS against Murev. And well, we'll see if the battle against DM can help him get back into the pack. And Fast losing just so much time, 18 seconds behind already from Joey. So definitely having an issue, or simply doesn't have the pace at all today, but it's really slow. And in the battle for the lead of the race, nothing really changed. Like I said before, we still have got Benjamin Cam leading and Berg in second position. Chromat into third, Fokuena on P4, and well, we are not going to be seeing any changes from now, for now at least. I think this might stay like that for a while. Maybe Berg can think about an attack against Benjamin Cam, but nothing else apart from that. I think Berg probably is going to try and save some battery. He's lower 20% than Benjamin Cam. Chromat is in a good position to maybe try and attack Berg for that second position of the race. Paycheck losing a little bit of ground in there, It's already 8 tenths behind Foquena. Might be close to losing the DRS, but I think it's the battling ahead or to the dirtier the guys will be getting ahead. He will be able to stick it into the DRS train. Benjamin Cam leads 3 tenths ahead of Berg. Berg is going to have a much more realistic chance of attacking this time. Still 20% gap of difference between Cam and Berg, but after a couple laps, if they don't push, it's going to be 100% for both. Berg just 3 tenths behind Benjamin Cam. Coming into the last DRS zone, is he going to try the move, or is he just going to want to sit behind for the moment? Getting a nice exit out of the corner, getting on into the long straight. Will he go for it, or will he stay there where he is now? Getting the DRS open, and into the end of the straight they go, and it's going to be an easy move for Berg down the inside. Benjamin Cam doesn't even try and defend it. And now it will be Berg, the one with the ERS disadvantage more than what it was. Well, actually no, Benjamin Cam is pushing a little bit. And well, we got rain now. It's raining a little bit, I think. I saw drops of rain falling. So yeah, it's raining definitely. It's raining now in China. We are gonna get then some really interesting stuff to watch at. We are definitely gonna get some really interesting stuff to watch at now that the rain has started to fall here in the circuit of Shanghai. Still a long way to go on this race, more than 20 laps to go to finish this Chinese GP. Berg in the lead, Benjamin Cam in second. Chromat's doing his best to stick into the DRS. Now that the rain has started to come, he's also started to struggle a little bit more to stick it into the DRS pack. Well, we're gonna have Foquena as well. That could be his perfect chance to recover the position lost against Chromat previously. Chromat locks up a little bit of tires in there. I think he might have managed to get the DRS, but there's gonna be still under real danger against Foquena that now has got a nice slipstream. Right at the back of Chromat is going to try and get the overtake done. Chromat does not have the DRS. Foquena does have the DRS. Down the inside he goes. Takes the position and is now going to be up to try and chase for the race leaders. So at this point it's not really going to matter the tire they are on, because if it's going to be inters, then that will equalize absolutely everything. Thankfully for them, no one here is from the same team, so there's not going to be any double stack today. Well, you got Chromat and Joey actually, but they are really far from each other at the moment, so yeah, not really a problem when coming into the pit lane. Foquena looking really good in these wet conditions. He's closed up the gap once again to the race leaders. Well, wonder if he can maybe think about an attack against them. Chromat's just losing a lot of time in these wet conditions. So already nearly lost the DRS gap once again, and to Foquena has been put under a little bit of pressure by Paycheck Maciek coming into the end of sector 2, and well, he's already lost the DRS. Once again, Paycheck Maciek's now going to be looking into that position of the Racing Bull driver coming into the exit to coming into the DRS zone once again, and it's going to be Benjamin Cam that probably will try and retake the lead now. You should do, because you never know when the DRS is going to be disabled at these conditions. Foquena will also be trying to get the moves done this time. He's not going to be backing off this time, because he knows that the DRS could be disabled any moment, which would mean it's time to pit. And that means he could be in the net lead of the race if he manages to jump the top 2 at the moment without being in danger of getting overtaken once again, because there will be no more DRS. So now with the DRS, gotta try and get the moves done if possible. But yeah, I gotta remember Benjamin Cam also has the DRS, so it's not gonna be easy to overtake for the Williams driver going all the way around the outside. Maybe trying to get the better line, but at the moment, no realistic gap open for him to get that lead of the race. Berg struggling a little bit there. Benjamin Cam gets a little bit closer now. Can he try and send the move here down the inside? Backs off, no realistic point. Oh, and that's Berg going deep. Berg goes really, really deep there. but he's gonna manage to hold the position, though costed time to the two of them there. This is really, really good for Fokuena. That closes up the gap now and could be well looking at a possible victory today if this all plays into his hands. If everything goes his way, we could be looking into a first Fokuena win of the season. He's now only 2/10 behind Benjamin Cam, maybe into the DRS straight. He can try and get the overtake done against Berg, but he didn't get a really great exit, I think, out of there. 7/10 is now the gap between him and Berg, but he might actually get Benjamin Cam here. Into the straight they go, already side by side nearly. Here comes Fokuena at the back of Benjamin Cam. Benjamin Cam is going to do his best to hold into his position at the moment. Fokuena just has to back off. Benjamin Cam is not trying to attack Berg yet. He wants to stay behind for some reason. The rain isn't coming really that strong yet. Well, we now don't really know if it's even going to be for inter conditions. Maybe we're just going to have light rain to the end of the race. It's something we are going to have to find out about later on. Well, we already saw Berg try to win a race in the wet in Singapore and didn't work. Lost it in the end by a time penalty against Benjamin Cam. Well, now, can he win this race in the wet? I think was Canada wet last week. I forgot about that, but well, I got that memory from the previous season at least. I think Canada was a wet race as well, and I think Berg did manage to win that one. Well, would have to rewatch it, but in any case, Berg leads, followed by Benjamin Cam, followed by Fokuena. Chroma that hasn't lost that much time at the moment and, well, has opened the gap against Paycheck Matchek. The rain is still falling, though still really light. Oh, and Benjamin Cam loses the brakes there, nearly hitting the back of Berg into the corner. Now this might be another chance for Fokuena to get the move done. Getting a nice exit out of the corner and following into the long straight. But I think it's, once again, Benjamin Cam has the weapons to defend against Fokuena for that second position of the race. Benjamin Cam doesn't want to attack Berg yet. We are getting now close to half race distance, still lap 12 out of 28 though. Still 2 more laps to half race distance to go. Well, Berg managed to defend the lead well. Also, we could say Benjamin Cam didn't really want to attack Berg for the lead of the race. And at the moment the rain's still really light. Joey is the first one to pit. He might be taking the gamble to go for the intermediate tires, but I really think it's not a right call. At this stage, well, it's in the pit lane, and I wonder what he's gonna do now. Well, whatever, if he goes into the intermediate tires, we can get a little reference for what the track could be. And yeah, he is on the intermediate tires actually, but I really think the track is not yet for it. We still have DRS enabled. You can see the rain isn't that hard. And well, as you can see, Joe is not gaining any time against DM. Instead, he's losing time a little bit. So yeah, it definitely wasn't the right call, I think, yet to go for the intermediate tires. Well, the gap's basically staying the same between Joey and DM. I think, well, now I think the rain did get a little bit worse, so maybe next lap could be time to pit. The gap is staying the same between Joey and DM. So maybe the next lap could be the lap to pit, like I said before. The rain seems to be getting a little bit worse now, and this now could be the crucial lap for Fokuena, for Benjamin Cam, to try and take the lead of the race. Benjamin Cam now in a really good position to go for it. Berg has the battery to try and defend a little bit at least. But well, we gotta remember the DRS is really powerful in this game. There's not gonna be a realistic chance for Berg to defend if Benjamin Cam gets a nice exit out of the corner, heading into the last DRS zone. I think it's what could happen now. 3/10 is the gap. It's a really short gap. Berg needs to do something about it now, or he is in danger of losing the lead of the race. He goes really deep now, and that's gonna leave the door open for Benjamin Cam now, that will be getting the DRS. And yeah, Berg's already deploying, blasting the battery. He doesn't want to lose track position now. It would be the worst moment to do so. Benjamin Cam aborts the move attempt though. I think Joey's gap between him and DM still the same, so no real need for going the inters yet. And maybe Folkwana could take a little gamble in here because the rain is getting worse. So maybe Folkwana could attempt, but he doesn't. He stays out. He's happy to stay in the DRS train with the top two. Tires, though, probably dead at this point. Chromat is the first one to take the gamble then. Pits for the intermediate tires. Paycheck Magic's getting in for the inters as well. Now Joe is starting to close up the gap to DM, so I think this is the lap to get into the pit lane now and get for the intermediate tires. Joseph Berg, Benjamin Cam, and Folkwana, like they were in the lead of the race, didn't want to risk it, but now they maybe can be in a little bit of a risk of getting undercut by Chromat. Oh, Chromat's make a bad mistake. He's gone into the slicks. Chromat's gone into the slicks. A terrible mistake there for the Racing Bull driver. Unless he knows the track is gonna dry up, then it's a very bad mistake, and he's gonna be quickly catch up by Paycheck Magic if the tire decision is wrong from Chromat. And well, that's what's happening a little bit now. 3.7 the gap now. And yeah, I think Chromat just threw away a good result there by doing that move and going into the intermediate tires. 3.8 the gap, but now Paycheck also having a little bit of a slide in there. Getting back into the battle for the lead of the race. Berg once again gets a really good exit out of that corner, and it's not going to be possible for Benjamin Cam to attack this time. Folkwana, not a realistic chance to attack as well, but has full battery nearly. Getting into the corner, Berg once again a little bit slow off the exit. And well, Paycheck actually not closing up the gap to Chromat, instead he's losing time against Chromat, or at least keeping the gap the same. Well, it's Folkwana now in the pit lane. Folkwana going for the undercut there against Benjamin Cam and Berg. Also the tires probably didn't last anymore and would have had pit anyway. Berg now in the lead of the race, really slow ahead of Benjamin Cam. Benjamin Cam is now, I think, should try his best to get this move done against Berg. Folkwana also on slicks. He is not risking the intermediate tires yet. I think he believes it's the right call, same as Chromat. Track isn't that bad then. Paycheck Magic though, closing a little bit the gap on the intermediate tires. I think we could say inters and slicks are the same at this point. But in any case, then it will depend if the rain gets lower or if the rain increases, and what the right call could be. We will be checking into the gap of Folkwana and the race leaders. The gap is now 24 seconds. We'll see the gap should be coming down anyway because of the fresher tires. And Berg having to go defensive there against Benjamin Cam. Benjamin Cam still looking for the chance to get that overtake done. Well, doesn't really seem to care that much actually, because yeah, he I think could have got it time ago, and for some reason decides not to. Getting into the end of Sector 1, once again thinking about a move maybe around the outside. Murev is in the pit lane, DM is in the pit lane as well. Folkwana now takes third place of the race, is closing up the gap into the leaders. Benjamin Cam can't get the overtake done against Berg once again. and it's Murev in the medium tires. It's DM on the mediums as well. So only Paycheck, Machek, and Joey believe it's should be intermediate conditions. Everyone else happy to be on the slick tire. Berg now makes a little mistake, goes a little bit wider and off the road. Benjamin Camp could have a chance here to get the move done this time coming into the long straight. I think this is the perfect opportunity for Benjamin Camp to get this overtake done. Berg didn't get a nice exit out of this corner this time. I think it could well be over for Berg's leading position now. 20 seconds is the gap between Fokuena and Berg right now. Berg, is he even trying to defend it? No, he's not trying to defend it. Benjamin Camp gets through and is your new race leader, lap 16 out of 28 of the race. Now we're going to be getting into lap 17, and well, Berg still doesn't give up on this one. He's still coming forward into the next lap and will try and retake the lead of the race, maybe into the next DRS zone. 20-second gap between Fokuena and the race leader, the new race leader now, Benjamin Cam. Well, now the gap between Chromat and Magic has actually opened a lot, so yeah, you could see the slick was actually the right tire. It wasn't a mistake from Chromat there. Rain is on the track, but it's still not enough for it's not enough to go for intermediate tires. This could not be great news for Fokuena because, well, he pitted really early, had to pit because of the car he was on, and now, well, he has a big chance of losing this race against Cam and Berg, who will come out on fresh medium tires. Well, the luckiest thing for Fokuena could be that they have to pit for fresh mediums. Then the rain hits really hard, and all of them have to pit again for intermediate tires. That could well hand Fokuena the race victory today. We're getting the DRS, is coming back once again for Benjamin Cam. We're getting really close there. Can it runs in the move here down the inside? It doesn't at the moment. Benjamin Cam goes a little bit deep there into the braking point. Fokuena going deep there into the final corner. That's going to cost him some time. Time that he should regain coming into the sector 1. Whereas probably Berg and Cam going to be losing a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Berg fighting hard to stay into Benjamin Cam's DRS. He's struggling much more in these conditions than the Mercedes driver. But I think he should have it under control coming into the end of Sector 2, and is going to be getting now into the DRS of Benjamin Cam. The question is, when are they still going to be pitting? I think they maybe could even think about the soft tire at this point. They have extended the stint a lot. And Fokuena has not managed to close up the gap that much. Still 17.8 seconds behind Berg. No, behind Benjamin Cam, I'm sorry. Yeah, Berg's trying his best to stick to the back of Cam here. We got Fast, who decides to pit now for fresh medium tires. He's been lapped already by the race leaders, but he's probably going to lap himself when they pit. But they are probably going to lose a position again when they come out on pressure tire. Fokuena 17.6 seconds behind the leader. Is probably going to be leading by around 7 seconds when they come and make their pit stop. Maybe they don't want to pit knowing that track could get into interconditions at any point. Paycheck at the moment losing a lot of time against Chroma, 10 seconds behind already. But if intermediate is required, then he's gonna regain all the time lost. Because he's not gonna have to pit anymore. Berg has lost now the DRS against Benjamin Cam. Berg doesn't have the pace to follow Cam, at least in the wet. Maybe this is the time for Berg to pit and try the undercut against Benjamin Cam, because if not, he's going to be losing a lot of time against the Mercedes driver, getting into the exit of the heading into the last DRS zone. 1.1 is the gap now between Berg and Benjamin Cam, getting into the end of the DRS zone. He couldn't enable DRS this time, of course. Meanwhile, Foucault already 16 seconds behind the leader, behind Benjamin Cam. He's in a not bad position at all. He's going to be around 10 seconds clear from Cam when they come into the pit lane. Cam decides to extend one more lap. Berg, by the opposite, decides to come into the pit lane. He's going to come out on fresh mediums. He's actually going to get undercutted by Chromat, I think. Yeah, he's going to lose the position to Chromat. Gets now out of pit lane on fresh medium tires. I think Benjamin Cam's smarter decision would be to pit, as he's battling against Berg for the championship at this point. So maybe he doesn't want to doesn't want to lose the position against Berg on track, or not risking it, thinking that the track could go into intermediate conditions. He's already lost a lot of time to Foucault. He probably might not be winning this race in the end. I think Foucault, like I said, is in a really good position to win this race. Berg has come out behind Chromat. It's 22.8 seconds behind the leader. It's closing up a lot the gap. Right at the back of Chromat already. I'm not sure if he's going to be getting the DRS or not. If he doesn't, he's going to be losing time here. Crucial time against Chromat. He has got the DRS. I think he will be getting the move done here then. Down the inside he goes, gets the overtake done, and well, like it should have been, Benjamin Cam decides to pit, but it might be a little bit late now. The rain, though, is hitting very hard now. Maybe it's soon gonna be time for intermediate tires. I see the rain coming harder and harder now. Berg already ahead of Chromat. So now gonna be looking to get the overtake against Foucault for the lead of the race. Benjamin Cam comes out of the pit lane way behind Chromat, 9 seconds behind the race leader. He's got a 3-second undercut from Berg there. That's a massive mistake then from Benjamin Cam pitting this late. Foucault could be on for a race victory today. Benjamin Cam is really far behind from closing up the gap to Foucault, and would have to close up the gap more than a second per lap. With 8 laps remaining, the gap is 9 seconds. I think he maybe could manage it, but he also gonna have to get past Berg and Chromat. Foucault getting a really good pace in this these wet conditions. Got a yellow flag. I think that's fast. DRS still has not been disabled. We are still on slick conditions for now. Paycheck has pitted for fresh soft tires. Nothing to lose at this point, really. We get now Benjamin Kam quickly closing up the gap to Chromat. 7 tenths behind the Racing Bull driver, but he's going to be losing time here in second sector. He's going to be backed off a little bit by Chromat in here, and Will Berg getting past the back marker there. Benjamin Kam gets past Chromat as well. What happened there? Chromat couldn't even hold him by any time at all. And well, now Berg is 4.5 seconds behind Fokuena. Benjamin Kam 2.1 seconds behind Berg with 1 lap fresher tires. This is going to be a really interesting ending of this race. Fokuena could be your race winner today, but he doesn't have the pace compared to Berg and Benjamin Kam. He's going to need a little bit of luck now, because he is going to be easily overtaken at this point. I think the gap being subtracted by Kam and Berg is massive. And yeah, Fokuena's pace isn't looking great at the moment. He has a track position though. If the rain hits hard now, and it's time to get into the intermediate tires, that would be his saving, and what would make him win this race. If not, I think he can be happy of getting a podium today. He's definitely not going to be out of the podium. He's doing a really good job so far. Benjamin Kam closing up the gap to Berg now is 1.7 seconds. They are all going to be together around lap 25, maybe even earlier than that. Fokuena fighting hard for that maiden victory today, but that maiden victory might not come. Meanwhile, Benjamin Kam is looking really strong. He managed to close up the 3 seconds lost against Berg. He's 1.4 behind already, but Berg's going to have to defend to that position as hard as he can. Got a yellow flag in sector 1, I think that's Paycheck Matchek. Oh, Fokuena goes deep once again. Berg gets now a time penalty. Berg now with a time penalty, that's going to complicate absolutely everything. He now has Benjamin Kam right at the back of him with DRS already. Like I said in lap, oh, and that's Fokuena going off the road in there. He's going to lose the lead now to Berg, but down the inside he goes. He's going to try and take the position back. A massive mistake there by Fokuena, but still manages to hold into his position apparently. No, he won't. He's losing it against Berg. He might lose it against Fokuena as well. Oh, and he goes completely off the road in there. Completely off the road in there goes Fokuena. Can't handle the pressure anymore of these wet conditions, and he's lost absolutely every chance he had of winning this race, unless something happens in the lead, of course. Benjamin Kam now getting a comfortable win today, because just needs to be careful with the track limits, and his job done for him. He's also has better pace than Berg, so shouldn't really be hard for him to get the overtake done at this point. He's just gonna take it into the next straight. Down the inside goes Benjamin Kam to take the lead of the race. And well, we see that now. Paycheck Magic's in the pit lane for intermediate tires once again. So maybe this is a bit of time to go for it. Fokuena is losing a lot of time. He doesn't want to go for the intermediate tires. He feels comfortable staying out. I think he's happy with the podium at least. and quickly building the gap against Berg. 9 attempts already. I think this race is basically over. Like I said before, Berg will have the DRS, yes, but I think it's just a thing of time that Benjamin Ham manages to open even the DRS gap against Berg. Berg will not be able to do many things in here anymore. And we get Paycheck Magic on the intermediate tires. Is he closing up at least a little bit the gap now? I think he's not. Well, a little bit, yeah, but not enough. Oh, actually, maybe no. Maybe actually no. Maybe it could be time to go for intermediate tires this time. In that case, does Folk wanna risk it? He doesn't risk it. Roma, does he risk it? He doesn't risk it. I think it could have been a good call, or at least a good attempt, maybe trying to go for the intermediate tires. You can see Paycheck Magic might be maybe the fastest man on track at the moment. Is he closing up the gap to the race leader? That's what we gotta find out. Well, no, he actually isn't closing the gap, but he's doing the same lap times as Bayman Cam, which is maybe means the intermediates are actually good, but not that good enough. The track never got that bad like we thought it could. And yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting here for the end of this race. Basically, nothing else really to watch. We got already a big gap between most people here, and apart from that, nothing gonna really change in the lead of the race. So yeah, basically just gonna calmly wait for these final 2 laps of racing, and yeah, gonna congratulate Cam for another victory. Well, unless he messes up really badly, which I don't really think it will happen. 9 tenths now the gap between Benjamin Cam and Berg. Berg with no battery. Benjamin Cam also doesn't have really too much battery. Well, checking Paycheck Magic, I think he managed to subtract 1 second from the race leader, but yeah, nothing else than that. A little bit more now. So yeah, even if Foquana, for example, pitted, I think he wouldn't really gain anything. He would have lost position against Chroma, a position that he probably wouldn't have got back. Actually, maybe no, because now the DRS has been disabled. So if he pitted at the correct time, maybe now we'll see how much can Paycheck subtract from Benjamin Cam. That's something interesting to look at. Paycheck Magic now 36 seconds. Maybe then Foquana could have done a good call by coming into the pit lane some laps ago. Well, now it's basically getting the car home, bringing the car home. Paycheck Magic still not subtracting that much time like I expected to. Well, already in the final lap of the race, Benjamin Cam is going to take another victory today. I think it's going to match Burton wins if I'm not wrong. And following now, Benjamin Cam coming into the final corner to win his second race of the season. Doesn't have it easy this time. Gonna be a long battle against Berg. Cam wins this day. Berg in second, 5 seconds behind. Fukuena will complete the podium today. Still finishes very far behind. Bromat will finish on P4. Budev is gonna take a P5 finish. Then we got DM, Paycheck Matchek, and Joey who's chasing him for that 7th position, but I think he's just too far to really weighing anything up from it. Well, apparently the game isn't loading, so well, all I gotta say, well, now it is. Well, it's over. So yeah, thanks to all for well, I think there's no one watching actually, but yeah, I got a stream for you. So if you ever rewatch this race, it will be up there. So yeah, we'll meet again next week then. Bye.